But when I was looking at several ways of like interacting with MySQL database, um, I found that the one that is provided by GoFiber is, it seems like not meant to be like the standard driver for all the operations in the database. All the options provided here might be just for key value store. So it does connect with my database. So my setup for this practice is that I've created like a database, like a completely empty database, and created a privilege, another user called to do dev with um, that has access to this specific database only. And then I set up the dot environment to add in the username and password. Yeah, all these are can only be used by my local host, so it's no issue showing you guys. And then coming to the main.go, I load the environment using the go.env, and then initialize the store. That is, this driver by SQL is provided by GoFiber. So I thought it can be used to do like the general operations in MySQL, like saving my to-do list or this kind of things. But it does, um, I feel like it does work, but it accepts Go key value pair, which I want to verify now. Well, in the start of the connection, I've already initialized the store, and after initializing the store, what I want to do is just to uh, print line the value is. So the reason I want to interact with the database is definitely just to try how can I persist the data that is there in my application. For example, this to do app. Yeah. So I want to verify that it's really working in terms of like getting a specific key value pair. Say key. So I get an error, probably because it's undefined. Sorry, it's not MySQL.get, it's store.get. Yes. So store.get, it returns byte and error, which means that I need to put this thing up and then say that value is equals to store.get key, and the second one is error, right? Yeah. If error not equals to new, then return fnt dot print line er. So then I print out the value dot. Wait, I can do like this. Can I make this a string? And can I make this a string? Golang byte array to string. The easiest way is write it with a string. This colon is needed because byte arrays cannot be directly turned into a string. That's a strange one. So what I did was like this. Okay, so now I got the value, and at the end I want to set the value. No, in the beginning actually. Store.set key with I cannot set a string to byte array. Oh, so this is the way, right? So I set a key with a value of value. Just wrap with a byte syntax and do like this. Byte value. Doesn't work. Oh, it's array of byte. Right. Okay. What's next? Time dot duration. What does it mean by duration though? EXP. So duration has expiry time. Seems like working. There is a window there. If it's 0, then it will. Hopefully, it will be forever, isn't it? Not sure. So I set a key with the value of value, and I expect this value to be the same as, the value exactly. So first run this, and then I get the value, right? So I get value successfully. The second time I want to do a testing is that I want to remove all this set. So even if I restart, it has to be value. Yes, it is value. And from here, the to-do dev, this fiber storage should have one. Yes, now one key value pair. That the key is key, and the value is a byte of value that set just now. Which means that yes, the key value pair does work. However, it doesn't solve my problem when I want to do like simple operations, or any sorts of other operations rather than just a key value pair. Which brings me to another library. Unfortunately, I need to use that for more complex operations in MySQL. It's a MySQL specific library. There is another alternative that I see people using, which is this GOM. There's a ORM library for Golang that probably it's still a database driver, but it abstracts the syntax specific stuff. Like for example, if I interact with MySQL database, it might provide me with methods that doesn't look like SQL query. But thing is, I do not want to use ORM in this learning. Just want to use a simple one that allows me to connect with a database, like, and do some SQL query, I guess. So firstly, I want to comment everything out to avoid like. Also, I feel like it still will work, but I don't need it to be this way. Okay, so firstly, same thing. I use a SQL. It's called database SQL. Yes. If so, why do I need the MySQL import though? There's no such things as needed. SQL open, blah blah blah. Yeah. Why does it feel like using the MySQL thing? It's kind of weird. Database SQL and then MySQL. How is it needed though? Never mind, I can just try it out. Okay, so connect with the database. That is MySQL, and then the user is to-do underscore dev. Oh no, I can straight away use the environment that I used just now. Oh, how can I do the string dot format? Is it Golang string formatter? fmt dot printf. Okay, I can use a printf. according to a specific and return the resulting string. Yes. So user, it becomes this as no, this, and then password, add database name to do def. So the first item would be my .env's user, and the second one, yes, the same thing, os.getEnv password. Okay, so hopefully it does work in terms of setting up the database. I'm not sure if I can print this out just to verify that it works. Okay, so wait, what happened? Oh, so it does have an error. fmt dot print line error dot error unknown driver MySQL. I need to import MySQL, but the formatter is obstructing me for it's preventing me for keeping this MySQL import though. Can I just make this MySQL instead of a string? Because if I don't do this, I cannot. Yeah, when I save it, whenever I save it, it will remove the okay. ES code prevent import from being removed. Sorry, Golang. Huh? I'm a bit confused. If I don't keep it, I definitely wouldn't get this thing to work though. Does it mean that I need to fix some stuff? Like, as if I'm using... so weird. Are there any insignificant one? There's I don't see any way of me. Okay, can I do this? No, I cannot. Oh, sad. Wait, no. No. This. Open the user setting. Insert space. Format on save. True. Vim. Okay. It's so weird. Insert spaces. Format on save. I wonder why. Okay, this kind of stupid. This- Oh, how about, is it, does it mean that, okay, wait, sorry, maybe I misunderstood this thing. It does not want me to, does it mean that it does not want me to install it in my project? It wants me to go get, or using a go install and install it in my machine. But it doesn't work. Um, then database SQL driver, make sure that the Git is installed in your machine and your system's path. Go to Vromsher. Chat. Blah 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 blah. Data source name. Oh, these are not going to solve my problem. I feel so weird having to. Okay, maybe this one. I don't know, man. Okay, eh. Okay, that's work. Alright, so I have the MySQL. Oh shit, this MySQL is the storage. It's not the storage. It's not the MySQL that I need. MySQL I need is this, and it unfortunately does not have any useful things I can use. Yeah, I just put in anything. Okay. Well, no, fortunately it's working, but using a excuse me, using a very very weird way where I definitely, I think this is the problem of my editor where it keeps deleting the imports that I'm not using, but it makes sense for most cases, except this one that's kind of weird because it uses this dependency, but it registers it as a string. So it forced me to work around with the editor to avoid it being removed from my import list right here. Okay, so anyway, I have got the database set up now. Just going to insert, try to see how can I insert into a database. Explore a bit on the db.insert. I need a sample. I feel like I'm much easier to learn in using the actual example. Yeah. Prepare the statement for inserting data. So I have the insert into blah 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 values with this. Okay, so I need Golang insert Golang random UUID. Can use the standard one. No. Use the Google one. uuid.new dot string, and there's a GoUUID. There's so many different ways of doing the same thing. Let me just explore a bit on the Google one. Yeah. Okay. Downloading and upgrading. Okay. Coming back. uuid.new. So the reason I need the UID is because I want to do the insertion, right? And prepare insert into, say, to-dos values with question mark and question mark. So this is like a placeholder, and then I can have the meaning of defer is close the statement when we leave the main. Oh, okay. It's like a use effect cleaning. But anyway, panic error defer statement error. So statement defer statement dot close. Okay. So coming up when insert into, this is for prepare statement for insert. Okay, so this is insert, this is the reading data, and then we also have insert exact. Oh, okay. So insertion, I can reuse the statement over and over again by exact it with a different two values, which is, say for example, I want to insert exact with any number of things. uuid dot uuid uuid.new dot string. Right. And secondly would be the name first. Let me just add two more. But because I didn't close my, I'm using air, so okay, I didn't open it. So luckily, it doesn't keep inserting the data for me. So I need the statement for reading the data. Okay. Select all from to-dos. Okay. If error not equals new, panic, or if not, then read statement dot close. Okay. Query the square number of 13. So there's this query row scan. Okay. Scan means where number is 13, and then I square dash number. So I do need to, okay, reserve an address to keep the result. For example, name is string. Okay. read statement dot query. So query, it query multiple rows, but query row, it query one row only, where the ID I will put in as the same ID as what I inserted. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. First ID is equal to uuid dot new dot string, and here replace it with the first ID. So I need to preserve the ID so that I can query it. But technically I don't need to, right? Yeah. Actually I don't need to, because my query is essentially not taking any sort of data. Just query row and then I just scan it with a name. I expect things to work, which I'm not really sure about that. Okay. Again, if anything happens, panic again. And the value of ERR is never used. Isn't it used now? Yeah, it's used now. Okay, so print 9 query result is okay. I do want to put it down after I execute the statements of insertion so that I can query the first results as in name. Okay. Like this. Canon A. To do def dot to do does not exist. Okay, so the table that I want to insert does not exist before I insert it. Is it a must to do it manually? I don't know, but I can. To do first one I need an ID, and secondly I need a name, isn't it? There's no indication. We have an ID sort of like a string, woka 255. Then we have a value. I'll call this a name. Oh. Oh. Can I say a text? I don't know, man. Using the format into the value using the format. Well, let me just try this. Actually not familiar with creating a database table directly. When I press it, anything happens? What does it end? Wait. Suppose there should be an error, right? Preview SQL. No. A null DB. Create a new table. Oh, there's a save button here. Shit. What am I doing? So stupid. Okay. Anyway, now I got the tables ready, right? Shouldn't you complain again? No. Expected 2 destination in scan, not 1. Oh, because of that. Oh, that makes sense. So I will need ID. And then I put the destination here. That's an ID because it does read two things. I bet the data is already here. Yeah, first, second, third is already here. It keeps adding because I didn't stop the execution whenever it reloads my page, my main.go. So I come again. Let me try if I can plus the name ID plus the name, and boom, query results first. Okay, right, so this is how it works. The remaining thing seems like the same thing lah. Get the column names, get the slice for the values. What does it mean? Rows. Oh, this is the example for querying a list of rows. So I can use the query, and then I get the rows. So the rows, I can use the rows dot next to get the next row again. Like loop the rows that I get. So I get the row data, scan it, and then try to do something in it. So the parsing of the data that I load from the query can be all done here. I just wonder if there's an easy way to pass the data into a an array of struct. But even if not, I think this code is simple enough lah. I believe there's a way, but yeah. This is using a row bytes. This using ignoring the scan the value to the byte array. Okay. This is the one that I see just now. Scan the one data, query with the certain ID and all this. So the good thing about it is I can reuse the statement over and over again. Just change the parameter, and it's I would say it's a dynamic type one. It will throw error if I attempt to save things that are like, if it expects an integer and I save a string, I believe there will be an error causing me to go to this panic. But generally it's still a decent one where I can have a specific file to put in a list of, say, statements that I want to use, and then in my application I just use it, reuse over and over again if needed. Or I can have a specific file that interacts with database, which yeah, I think it's a service level or something that can allow me to organize my code better. But it is just a matter of like the project structure. So generally this library I think is more than sufficient for me to leverage on, like to use it in any sorts of operations that involve CIOD. And it's just different. The difference is just a string here. Insertion, update, select, delete. All this should work the same. If I look at this one, okay. So after this, probably I would just continue with the to-do thing and integrate with MySQL database so that I can get a persistent result of my to-do app whenever I restart the application. Guess that's all for this time. Thanks.